In life and in death, we give glory.
Hello? You shouldn't be out here. It's not safe. What the hell? Hey, can you hear me?
It's you, the child's father.
Child? Hey, wait. Do you mean Rose? Is she here?
Rose! Rose, yes. She is in great danger. Since Mother Miranda brought her to the village, we have fallen into darkness.
What are you talking about? The monsters?
The castle bell heralds danger. They're coming!
No. Wait. Where's Rose? Who's Mother Miranda?
The bell tolls for us all. They're coming again!
Rose is here?
Hey, what's up everyone? It's me, Wrexpert. And first of all, I wanna excuse from my voice if it sounds a bit strange. The reason is because I experienced a heavy flu where I first thought that I had the COVID, but then I was in the tests and the test results showed negative, so I don't have COVID, luckily, and I'm happy about that. But anyway, I'm back with another game review, and this time I'm reviewing Resident Evil Village on the PC. First of all, I want to say I'm terribly sorry for the horrible delay of this review. The reason being is that I was stuck in the last boss of this game, because I played this game with the hardest difficulty, which was hardcore. I couldn't beat the final boss. I tried over and over again to beat it until I finally gave up with it for a certain amount of time. And I thought I'm not reviewing this game because I can't beat it, and unlock the crucial mercenaries mode, which I want to talk about in the review as well. And yes, you can't lower the difficulty in the middle of the game once you've chosen a certain difficulty. Luckily, I finally actually did it, and now I'm able to make a complete review of the game. Before we talk about Village, let's talk a bit about the Resident Evil franchise. Resident Evil made its debut back in 1996 on the PlayStation 1, revolutionizing the survival horror genre. Since then, the game franchise has just grown bigger and gained millions of fans throughout the whole world. It has grown so big already that people have made a lot of movies of the game already, some of them being good and others not so good. The most famous ones starring Milla Jovovich. Then in 2005 we got Resident Evil 4, which for many is to be considered the best game of the entire franchise. And people aren't wrong about that. Capcom once again revolutionized the genre, taking all the good elements from the previous games, giving it a more modern twist, adding a third-person perspective for the first time as well. I must mention one diamond of a game that also was released on GameCube back in 2002, which in my opinion, now keep in mind this is just my opinion, is even better than Resident Evil 4. Resident Evil 1 on GameCube, the remake. We are getting remakes up the ass nowadays. Everybody is remaking their old games nowadays. But back then, remakes weren't common. I personally played this on the Wii back in 2008 and then did a full let's play of it on the PC when Resident Evil HD remake came out on Steam. I have a playlist of the entire let's play. You can check it out if you want to on my YouTube channel as well. Now this game is some scary shit for real. I crapped my pants a lot while playing this game, and it was not a pleasant ride. The scare factor is insane in this game, making it the scariest Resident Evil game there is in my opinion. Reason being, you're pretty much defenseless against every zombie. Well, not defenseless, but zombies take a lot of hits to take them down with a gun. And these zombies are actually really scary. There are times when you have to just dodge the zombies because you have run out of ammo, and sometimes it's best to just spend your ammunition on zombies that are actually in the way. You really have to use your brain a lot in this game. You never feel like some Rambo in the game, and the game forces you to be humble and take your time with the game. Another great Resident Evil game is Resident Evil 2 Remake, which was released 2 years ago. It's also another great example of how a remake is done properly. And I still haven't finished Resident Evil 2 Remake because I'm playing it
If I die now, then fuck it.
the hardest difficulty, which uses ink ribbons, which means that you can only save for certain amount of times depending how many ink ribbons you have. That's why I haven't completed it, because it's just so freaking hard.
God damn it! Seriously, I shouldn't have gone there. I should have. Why, oh why did I choose the ink ribbon style? Why?
But more you took, she said.
Anyway, I think that's enough of Resident Evil franchise in general. So how is the village? Let's find out. Resident Evil Village takes place right after Resident Evil 7 ended, continuing the story of Ethan. The game does have a small recapturing of Resident Evil 7's story, but I recommend you play that game as well. But it's not a necessity to be able to enjoy Resident Evil 8 fully. Just like Resident Evil 7, Resident Evil 8 The Village continues with the first-person perspective view.
There's nothing wrong with my memory.
So everything starts happily with Ethan and Mia living somewhere peacefully with their newly born child Rose. Then all of a sudden, Chris Redfield enters the house, killing Mia and kidnapping Rose, leaving of course Ethan confused and furious.
What the hell?
Sorry, Ethan.
No! What? Why?
Take him away.
I said get your hands off her!
Ethan, no.
Chris Redfield knocks him unconscious and gets taken in a van. Wow, what an asshole.
Get him out.
The van crashes on the road and then you have to escape from the crash scene, from where you end up in the mysterious village. The whole game's introduction is fantastic, when they still don't show you the monsters right into your face. It slowly builds tension of what's to come. When you get to the village, everyone is gone, but later you get to a point where the entire village is trying to kill you, and you have to survive the entire attack, which results in a cutscene where the bell rings from the castle and then everyone goes away. That was just like the beginning of Resident Evil 4, and it left me to tears. The game paid wonderfully homage to one of the best games of the franchise, which is Resident Evil 4. You later find out in the game that you have to look for Rose. The game tells you to look for Rose body parts, which is a bit creepy to be honest. All these body parts of Rose are in these vases which all the bosses of the world own. The game later turns into this semi-open world where you can somehow go back to the old areas and search for more treasures for Ethan and stuff like that. I forgot to mention that pretty much right in the beginning of the game you meet this really big character called the Duke. He's kinda like your weapon store, where you can buy weapons and upgrade your arsenal throughout the game. You get to meet the Duke in dozens of places throughout the entire game. This is also a feature they took straight away from Resident Evil 4. The game pays a lot of tribute to Resident Evil 4.
What are you buying? Just something an old friend of mine used to say.
All of the bosses you meet in this game are unique and fun to play. Now I probably must mention about Lady Dimitrescu, the castle stage's final boss. She also keeps following you around in the corridors and hallways like Mr. X from Resident Evil 2 Remake. But Lady Dimitrescu was far more easier to dodge than Mr. X was in my opinion, and her chasing you wasn't that scary in the end in my opinion. But yeah, before this game was even released, this specific character took the internet by storm. And I can see why. And I'm not gonna mention it. Like I said, I enjoyed this game from start to finish. But the Beneviento doll maker part was some seriously scary shit. I wish this game would have had more of that. But that part ended so quickly.
You're still alive. Before my friends murder you. Tick-tock. Your life's so alive.
Wait!
Try and find me.
Heisenberg's factory level was also really creepy and well made stage. It was probably my second favorite stage to play after Beneviento part. It was longer than Beneviento part as well. This is the first Resident Evil game which makes me sympathize with Ethan. Ethan became probably my most beloved Resident Evil character. That's quite an accomplishment considering where they never show his face or anything. I still like the guy a lot. There were some heartbreaking moments in the game that made me shed a tear. When I played Resident Evil 7 like 3 years ago, I didn't like Ethan at all. I thought he was just some random character, random dude who has nothing to offer. But this game just blew my mind with Ethan's character story development. After you beat the game, you unlock this classic The Mercenaries mode, which is also yet another tribute to Resident Evil 4, which also has Mercenaries mode. In this mode you get to play several stages of the game and kill monsters in this arcade type of shooter. Your main goal in the Mercenaries is to earn a high score, nothing else. It's a fun extra minigame. You also unlock even a harder difficulty for the story after you beat the game in hardcore. Now good luck with that, as if the game wasn't hard enough already, you bastards. Overall, this game is Capcom's biggest budget game of 2021, and I can see that very well why. With a fantastic written story, great voice acting, great technological achievement. The only downside I had with this game is that it could have been a bit more scarier. Other than that, everything else is great. I'm giving this game a 9 out of 10, with the game having a great and dramatical storyline, Ethan being a really greatly written character, and the game having a good technological achievement. Although it could have had a bit steeper fear factor. Capcom said that based on the fans' feedback of Resident Evil 7 they toned down the scare factor a bit. I'd say hell no, keep the scares coming. The scarier the better in my opinion. That's my feedback for you, Capcom. I personally enjoyed this game a lot and I thought it was fun and exciting at the same time to play. The game looks fantastic cranked to the max on a PC and runs smooth as a butter. The Resident Evil engine is one of the most optimized engines to date, and because of that this game will run on a potato PC as well. Anyway, this was my review of Resident Evil Village on PC. Did you like the game? Leave a comment below and let me know what are your thoughts on the game. Until then, I'll see you guys on my next review. Take care guys and keep on gaming. Bye.